Hello and welcome back to Bull Bear Trader. So in this video, I want to review the 6 stocks right here that many of my viewers asked me to check after they had like a really bad week this week. If you want me to review more, probably tomorrow night I can make another video and review those stocks. So first I will start with Meta. Alright, so you can see last time it earning about a week ago, it was at 740.50 something, right? So I say it was overbought. So I say most likely we will go back, but there will be chance of it to bounce, right? Just like any time before. However, this time it's actually broke down below the support here, and then the week after it broke even further out. And you can see my target for that earning date was 700, and then I say it could go as low as 660. So 660 is this line right here. So this is actually 660 is the green line. So it's even broke below that. Now today is closed at 618.94. All right, so what's going on now? Let's take a quick look. All right, so just in 5 days, okay, 5 sessions, Meta lost 18%. All right, so that means it's, oh no, not 5, it's actually 6 days. Within 6 days, it's lost 18%. That put it in bear market. And you can see is oversold. Short term. Let's check long term. Wow, it's actually turned to oversold real quick after this long selling, just in 6 days. All right. So now, now we look at the previous high, right? Now we look at the recent highest. Until now, it dropped about 22%. Well, you can see it can drop a lot. Now, look over here. From here to here, about 35%. Right? But you can see every time it drop, let's say 8% or 11%, for example, it will bounce after, right? Now we got 18%. What do you think you're gonna do? Most of the time, people already sell during these 6 days. Maybe they didn't sell here, but maybe they sold 2 days ago, or maybe today was the last day. All right, so this is called waterfall. When you see waterfall, usually you don't see a lot, right? Let's see. We've tried to look back and see. Right here we got some. Okay, and okay, all the way here. So this is pretty steep, but it's not as steep as this 6 day. Okay, if you look back, it's actually, oh, right here. Here you go. Here's another one. Pretty sharp, right? And if we take a look at this one, you know this one, this was only 6 months, 7 months ago, about 18%, right? Within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Well, we got about the same. So for me, when I look at this, well, let's say I want to buy, see, this is a lot. Let's say I want to buy 15 share. So tomorrow I would buy 5 share. If it dropped to the next level will be right here at about 605. And then the next one, why? Because of the last gap. And normally it will try to close the gap. So we might have one more day. So tomorrow, let's say open, it can jump. Let's say jump to 625, 627. I buy 5 share. And then the next day, next week or something, it's dropped down to 605. I buy 5 more share. And if it drop even more to here, which is 548, to close another gap. And we got another gap here as well. Anyway, if it go here, I'll buy 5 more. So you can average dollar cost average. Instead of buying all the way up here, you buy lower and then you average up around here. And let's say if it rebound back to, let's say, even 660 or 640, you will win, right? Okay. Now, let me look at this from another level and see if anything makes sense. If I connect from the low in 2022 to the low of April 25, what do we see here? Okay, so most likely, let me put in another color, red. Let me take this out. Okay, so if we draw that line, right, from the low of 2022, cut this and then go up here. The max it would go will be 580. So it might not even cross 548. Let's say it go down to 580. I would buy 5 more. Or I buy, let's say tomorrow jump, I'll buy 5. All right, and then it go down to 606 right here. I'll buy, or 604, I'm sorry. 604, I will buy 5. And it cross here, a lot of time, it can cross over the support a little bit, then bounce. So let's say it will go between 548 and 580. I'll buy 5 more. In total, I buy 15 shares. And if it just come back to like 637 or 660, which is most likely, because a lot of time when it break below the channel support or resistance, it will come back to test. So from here, let's say tomorrow I buy and then it jump back to 673. Well, with 5 shares, I make some money. Okay, so that is how it is. And then maybe it after that, it will come down here and hit this line, and then I'll buy it again for a bounce. Or even to come down here and then bounce up here. Something like that. But we have to watch it and see how it is. But for 6 day and 18%, we are looking for a bounce, right? All right, so right here would be 676. Let me put it here, so remind myself as well. 676. All right, let me see. Actually, it could be a little bit higher. 670. 678. Yeah, 678. And then you can sell it, pull back, you buy back. Something like that. That's what I would do in this situation. All right. Wow, I spent about 10 minutes on that already. Next, we have Palantir technology. Well, you can see that I was 2 days late, but it finally hit my support. So how do I get 175? Well, you can see here, this is the last low. And if I look across, you can see many pivot points. So it's a good support. That's why I say most likely it will come down. Now, what's going on? Well, let's do a quick measurement. Wow. This has been crazy. Within 3 days, 15%. Well, look like we might have a quick bounce. Let's say if I'm interested in this, most likely it will bounce to 184. Okay, and then it might come down even lower. We don't know. 162 is next, and then 156, 157 is after that. But it can come up here, right here, pull back a little bit, and then bounce. So we don't know. Okay, the thing is, you know, unless you're Morgan Stanley or something, I don't think you will know. But this will be the next level and the resistance of the stock. So you can see, right? Okay, this is what just like the other, just like Meta. You can see it's been bouncing in the orange channel since May, April, all the way to now. It's still bouncing between it. So most likely it will come back and test 189 before it pull back more. Okay, so I would say 189 is the next bounce if it bounces. Most likely, I think it will bounce at least 184. But 189 is reasonable, and then it can pull back, or it can go back into the channel just like this time, right? It will always come back to the channel. So maybe this time it will do the same. I don't know. But that's what I'm seeing. Short term, right now, it was overbought. Boom. It's over. It's back to neutral. But long term is still overbought. So it might come back up like this and then pull back more. And can hit here as well. We don't know. But if it does, it will change the trend. It was going sideways, bounce, but then if it pull back down here, most likely it's going to continue to come down. Maybe, and of course, they're going to bounce up along the way, but it will keep going lower. So we will have to check, right? If you request this, I will check them again. So you need to comment and I will check for you. Strategy. Strategy. I did many video on strategy because people requested it, and I checked. And last time, it was here. It was up here actually. I said, okay, I'm gonna come down to test this and bounce, or I'm gonna come down even more, hit this, because a lot of time it will try to hit the support and then bounce. It didn't. I was anticipated to hit, but it did not, and then come back here, pull back, come up here again at 300. I post many short and video about this area. If you want, you can check my previous video. All right, and then when it was earning, I looked at it about 6-7 days ago. No, 1 week and a half ago, or 1 week, a couple days, right? So I say, because oversold, most likely we will bounce. But I gave it only 60%. 40%, I say 40% if the number and outlook not good, or the Bitcoin does not improve, it will come down. And I gave the target 238, and today it hit and closed right, I wouldn't say right at it, but a little bit below it. So I count as it's on target. All right, so now it's what? Let me see. Okay, so you can see how I get 237, 238 because the last low right here. What we need to know is that, let's say we pick this right here, right? Every time you see it come up here, it pull back until it break. Once it's break, it go all the way, and then you can see here as well, it come back here and test it and bounce. The problem is, what if this time right here, or you can see over here as well, it bounce, right? Bounce, but it break, and then now, what if it break again? If it does, you will see 179 as the next target. Okay, so I'm just changing the colors to show the support and resistance. All right, so what do I see here? So you can see it's been going down here, and came up, came down sideways, up, but since July, so about 4 months already, it's been going trending down, and the trend has not changed at all. Okay, now maybe I think the line is a little bit off. Let me see. No, I think that's fine, but if I change it right here, so it could be right here, but I think it's more likely like this. Okay, now let's look a little bit closer. Okay, so let me take this out. Okay, what do I see here? Well, right now it's at a support, most likely. Oh, let me do a measurement really quick. So this is the last high to here. Wow, 35% within, oh, how many days? Um, 1 month. 1 month, it lost 35%. All right. But if I measure from here, from July, 48%. So it's already in bear market, but there's bounces right like this in bear market, right? Right now it's very over, so most likely for the next week we will have a bounce at least to 263. And guys, I'm just guessing here. Okay, I don't know 100%. But most likely we will bounce 60% at least to, no, I'm gonna give it 70% a bounce. And it might come back after like this. Okay. But I think most likely if it jump, it will come back to 300. Why? Because every time, let's say for this, for example here, it came down, broke below the red line. You see what happened next? Came back and tested. Same thing, came back, tested. Let's say it broke out, it came back and tested. So it will test it. Oops, I move it. So it will come back and test many times. We don't know how many times, but it will test it. So most likely we might see 263 and it might come back to 300 to test. We don't know. Or this is a bit scarier scenario. If you hold the next stop, maybe right, no, could be right here at 197 to 214, 213. So that to me considered buy zone, or even go as low as 280, 180, but I'm not sure it's gonna go that low. But it might even go lower. So let's say 200. I don't think so. Most likely we'll see 213. Okay, so I'm gonna put 213 at my next level. Hope not go that bad because it does a lot bigger on liquidate. So put it in color. So these are the lines right here. But most gonna happen is for it to bounce, pull back, and then bounce again. Right? This is the more selling. All right. Next we have Coinbase. Coinbase is another one. So many people ask me to look at it. Okay. So, oh, oops, I deleted it. So about a week ago when I look at it, I say because it's right above around the channel here, the top of the channel. Most likely we have a pullback, or I'm gonna come up here, test 388 and then pull back. And I gave 306 as the target, and then 300 as the support right here at the green line. So right now today it's actually close at 295. Okay, so for these I actually do a lot of like a deep dive in this, so it takes more time. So if you're interested in this stock, hang on. All right, so what's next? Let's do a quick measurement. So from here to here, 23%. No, lower. Okay, 24%. Okay. Within exactly a month. So same as MicroStrategy. About a month, drop a lot, but strategies drop more. All right. So what's next for? Well, how about here? Within just about 2 weeks, a week and a half, 21%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days, 21%. That's a lot. But it's dropped right here too, so you can see it can drop very quick. All right. So what's next? Okay. You can see this channel here, right? So you know what I'm gonna say. Even if it go lower to, let's say, 2, the next level will be 2, I would say 270, 270, or as low as 254. So basically, it may come down even more to this. But I'm going to give this maybe, I would say, 35-40% only. Okay? But it might happen because it can sell a lot. So if it happens, that will mean it will drop about 30%. Okay? So it might happen if you look at Meta, you see. And palantir, basically all the good stuff. Okay, so 65%, it will bounce back at least here. The orange line. Let me zoom it in a little bit to get a better. So it will be at 315. Okay, so 315 for a bounce, which is most likely it will. It might even cross it and come into back to the channel as 330. But my base case would be 315 is most likely going to happen. Okay. So, again, guys, with DCA, in this case, if I draw this, it can come up to 336 as well, or 330. You can see this, right? This will be the short-term channel right now for about a month. Okay, so this will be 336. Let me put it here. Just a reference. You see that sometimes I don't want to do too much, but when we go deep dive and we look at more level, we will have more lines and more numbers. But I want to keep it simple. All right, next is another one. I got a couple of subscribers looking at it. What I saw was, okay, so last time I look at it, it went up above the trend line. So I say most likely you're gonna come back and test it. And you see this is the shorter trend line support. So I say most likely we come here and then bounce. So it was from 14, 15, came down to about 12, 11 something. And then I say most likely you're gonna bounce to 1260. Well, it did, and then never came back. All right, now what's next for CIFR mining? Well, as you can see, for me, okay, so this stock is really hard to draw, but we just try our best here. And it might not as accurate because of his, the movement is too big. It's going up too fast, and the angle too steep. But we got down basically. Maybe let me match. Okay, this is more. No, this one. Okay. So you can see it's kind of like a megaphone wedge. Right now it's over, but even though it's sold off a little bit from 25. So right now it basically right at the previous high. So I will up. Oh no. So now this is the recent support. Okay, it's still high, but it can still go higher. It really depends. Most likely, maybe it will come down a little bit more. Let's say to 20, and then bounce, right? To challenge the last high. Or, this is more likely, it will come down even more and test probably right here. Okay, at this, or even right here at 16. But 16 seems to be a better support. Why? Because it's a clear low, and then over here we got some pivot point. So 16 will be my buy zone. And then 25 will be the ceiling. The resistance. Okay. But most likely, I think we might have a pullback, even though there's a lot of good news, a lot of investment coming in this company. Usually, when it got up so high, people will take profit before it's moved higher. So we will see. It might go in this way instead of this and then bounce, right? So I don't know. I'm just guessing here. Okay. Next is open. So, oh, I think I saw it was down $1 after hour. Let me check. I didn't see why it was coming down, but there you go. $1 down. Not sure how accurate this is, but that is 15%. Okay, now, I was looking. All right, so let's see, 1, 2, 3. About 3 weeks ago, when was here, and I draw the channel. I say, okay, most likely it'll come up and hit the ceiling, and then pull back. And my target for it was around $5 or at least $5.50, right? Well, today it hit 656 right at the support trend line. But you can see it's down $1 since around 5 p.m. Eastern until now. So we are talking about right here at 540, 550. So right at my my target. You can see that a lot of time when I predict this stuff, I'm more early than not. So I don't know how long it'll take, but usually it will hit. But what crazy is this? If I move this over here, like this, you can see that it crossed right at this angle, right? But here's the thing. It might not stop there. It actually might go down all the way, cross down to $5. Why I picked $5? Because of these candle right here. It could be actually $5.10, but I picked $5 just even. So after it hit either 540, 550 to 5, you know what I'm going to say? It will come back and test the trend line, which will be around 640. And let me show you something really cool about technical analysis. You see 560, right? If I use a trend line and boom, what do you see? Right here, this candle. And that's the gap. It looked like it's actually say 637. So I put 640 even. So my base case still intact. It will come here and bounce. Or let's say it come down to, right now it's 555. Remember, even if it's during the night session, it counts. So let's say it hit 555, which is around right here at the where's this? This trend line support seen July. And it hit here. It can still bounce to 640. All right. But a lot of time it will, like for people that know about technical support, they might buy right here. The problem is they usually put here and then put a stop loss. So if the market maker, they saw that already, they trick and they will trigger the stop loss. It will sell all the way to 5 or even 4, I would say 460, and then it will bounce. So either way, expect a bounce back to the red line. Okay? The green line is support, red line is resistance. And the orange always my trend, my channel trend lines. All right, it's been long enough. Thanks for watching. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you comment if you want me to review any stocks, and I'll try my best. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.